Alright, 9:55, we're going to try this again. Hopefully, I cleaned up the pots in the modulator, so maybe this thing will act right now. If not, I got a couple other things I got to do. But basically, this is what we got. This is the stock 29 modulated motor mouth mall modulator radio. One I did here in the shop. Pretty much just stock. I did receive mods. Modulators right here. 3 controls I need, all in my little box here. I'm going to use this for my signal generator, which is one of my iPads. I got the bird meter over here, 10 watt slug right there, RMS. Now I'm going to use my test center for the peak, and I'm going to show you something. I've got it set on the 50 watt scale, okay, and for some reason, I don't know why this thing does this. I'm going to have to take it apart and maybe cap or something. But here's the scope, and see what it does at 50. See how it's, I mean, that's my reference. So you see what it's doing right there, and all I'm going to do is put this at 10. So it's on the 10 watt scale. Whoops. Now I got to change the reference. But basically, alright, batteries died on me. But basically this is just for testing purposes only, so I'm going to keep it on the 50 watts so we can kind of look at the peak. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Let me get my reference going back again. All kind of choppy looking. And I'm wondering if that might have been one of my issues when I was first setting this up. But to give you a gander, we're almost a watt. Now, let's fire up the iPad. Throw some tone in it. I think I got everything adjusted out right. So that's what we got. I'm just using this for a reference so we can get a look. As you see, about 20 peak. Actually, I'm sorry. We're reading the top scale, so that's about 10 peak. And it's a little over 2 bird. So give me a minute. I'm going to switch up radios. We're going to go to a comp-tuned radio with no variable power. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, I didn't do any kind of changes or anything. Basically, I left the modulator where it's set. Dead key's really right with the other one. About a watt. Reference carrier's just maybe a hair higher, and I'm not going to sit here and play with all that, but we've got 400 hertz going into it, and as you see, the radio produces almost another watt. It's almost 15 peak over there, and as you see, it actually cleaned up that roughness that I had. Now, granted, the negatives are a little bit, so I could touch it up some, but this was just switching radios out. Now, let me see something here. I'm going to put it somewhat close to what the other radio was showing. Whoops. And let me turn the tone off and check my signal, my reference, which is way too high. Okay. Throw some tone in it. And I'm sure I can adjust the audio up some. And we're right about there. I'm not going to get detailed on it, but as you see, our peak has jumped up to about 20, and our bird has jumped up to 4, a little over 4. So, I don't know, it looks like we have some potential here. Now, give me a minute, I'm going to throw the thermometer on it, and I'll show you a temp difference. I'll be right back. Alright, that last test, well, y'all didn't even see, y'all aren't going to see that, but I basically did a test and the damn iPad went to sleep on me. We got a stopwatch there, final there. I'm going to use an infrared thermometer on the stock final. Let me start the stopwatch. Now, if you can see it, I've got the infrared right there on top, over top of the final. It's kind of probably the best place to put it. I will float it between that and the final. But I'm injecting a signal into the radio. And we're going to sit here and see where she'll go. And I did this test the other day, and I had it going all the way up to 94 degrees. So we'll try it again. I did do some stuff on the modulator and got it acting right, because it kept changing my key. But we're 45 seconds into it, and that's what we got. So let's see what the Comptune radio does. I'll be back. Okay, same test. We'll start the stopwatch. Now granted, this is definitely cold. The other radio, I already did a previous test on it, kind of messed up. But, whoop, let me get the signal generator going. Alright, now let's put some audio through it and see where she climbs to. Now we're injecting audio. And actually, I'm a little higher on my modulation percentage, so that might take effect into this. But basically, I'm 200% modulation, where the other one was about 150. But let's just roll with it and see what happens. And we're at 50 seconds now. And as you see, she's in the low side of the 80s. And I'll stick it on the final. That's on the final itself. And so you get a better reading off the heatsink. And that's definitely over a full minute. So, and that's a full minute of audio. Actually, we're a minute 15 seconds, and you see it's not going crazy. And we got really good watts. And as I said, here's the scope on that. I didn't go adjusting nothing. We're well over, what is that, about 7? Filled up my memory that time. Okay, well, I'm going to run this radio on my station, see how it acts, go with it from there, and, you know, that's the tests, after I've got this thing to, kind of act right. So, basically, it seems like to me that the Comptune, I'm getting a little bit cooler final in it, with the Comptune, with the final I'm using in there. And it's looking pretty good at the scope. I actually get higher readings on the scope modulation wise. It's kind of crazy. And I'm getting more watts. So all together it's kind of a plus. I mean, it's not major watt difference, but one more bird watt kind of means a lot in a driver. So it means your driver will produce a little bit more, you know, and so forth, so forth. So that's what we got. I'm going to put it on the station, run it for a day or so, and see how everything pans out. If it seems to be stable with the modulator, then that might be the way to go. Any questions, man, just give me a shout. We'll see you.